Let me see. Yeah, it is. Go
Life
ahead.
is
Hi, we're live.
We are here, absolutely. We're just discussing in the back just now that life in itself is a risk. And sometimes we're just afraid to start something. We're just afraid to jump into something because we're thinking about what if I do this, what would happen. But the mere fact that you're here, the mere fact that you're listening to
Hmm.
us in itself, you slept last night, right? And you woke up. It was a risk. Did you know that you were going to wake up or not? No, you were not sure. But you took a risk by sleeping. Um, and life in general, we are not promised. One thing that I always say, we're not. Oh, the only thing that is promised is death. So how do we want to live our life? My name is Balkisu. I am a mom. I'm a wife and I am a social worker by career, but now a full-time digital business owner, currently living in Canada, originally from Sierra Leone. And I have my awesome, awesome business partner here with me who will introduce herself.
Hey, hi. How you all doing? Yes, life is a risk. My name is Uma. I'm streaming all the way from London, UK. It's been a little while. Life is a risk. Me coming up here and even I'm taking the risk that you will listen to me, that you watch me, that you will not scroll past. I'm taking a risk to come on social media to come and discuss, a topic. And will would people stop to listen? Will I achieve the outcome of my discussion? I don't know. 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
It's a risk. So in everything that we do, opportunities come and then you take and then there's risk involved in that opportunity. In fact, it's like the same coin, It's like the two sides of the same coin. Yes, there's an opportunity here, but it's risky. So what are we saying is that time is flying by, and many of us are just sitting down. We are frozen. We are stagnant. We refuse to go forward. Why? Because we're afraid. We don't want to take the risk. We don't want to lose. But if you don't lose something, sometimes you have to lose something to get something.
So
Even in
true.
Christian life, Jesus said you have to lose your life to gain life. You
Yeah.
know, you have to put a seed in the ground, and that seed have to die before it will reproduce. So what's your take? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just stay stationary, stay where you are,
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
and let all opportunities pass you by?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to just be so comfortable and so safe with the known that you refuse to step out into the unknown that that maybe on the other side that is where the success is, that is where that which you're looking for is. Life is a risk. It's a
It
risk.
is. It is like just piggybacking on what you're saying. I think sometimes some of us are just waiting for the right time and just the perfect moment, making sure that whatever decisions that we're making, that there's a guaranteed outcome. But the truth in itself is that life is a risk, as you just said, and
Mm.
the real question that we need to ask ourselves, myself, you, or anybody else that is watching, is what are the chances that we want to take on ourselves? Is our life in itself worth taking a chance on? You know, are we willing to make a big move in what we do? Are we willing to stop playing small and be comfortable in the uncomfortable, right? Because nothing in life is promised. And as you said earlier, sometimes we need to lose something in order for us to gain something. And sometimes we need to fail in order for us to gain that experience so that next time we're able to succeed. So, what are we willing to lose in order to gain something that will way surpass what we've lost? I just believe that in life, there's no one who has succeeded in life without having failed. For things to be mended together, for things to be put in together, they have to be broken down. So all of those challenges that we go through, all of those struggles that we go through, all of those letdowns, all of those obstacles, those are the things that actually mold us to make us who we are today. You will not be, I will not be, let me speak for myself, I will not be the Bakisu that I am today if not for my past experiences. You will not be the Umu that you are today if not for the past experience. Is it something that we love? Some of the experiences that we go through are not things that we really like. But would that have made us who we are today? No. So we just
Mm.
need to build on all of those experiences and see them as a stepping stone to what we really want. Because we are so comfortable, most of us, and I have been in that situation as well, where I'm so comfortable with where I am. I don't want to shift myself. I don't want to move away from my comfort zone because I'm afraid of not having control of the outcome. And I think that's one of the reasons why most people don't take a risk, because they want to be in control of the outcome. But you're never going to know what that outcome is if you do not step out of your comfort zone, right?
I think we take risk every day. It's just that because when you step out of your house and step into a car, do you know if that car is going to work? Do you know if that car is going to take you on the journey? When you get on an airplane, when when you're even drinking water, like there was somebody who said that they will not swim. This was stories when we were very young.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, I don't know. That said this person is afraid to swim. He said because people die when they're swimming. They said, but he was drinking water, and he kind of choked on his water, and water killed him. He was afraid to go to the sea to swim because he said, he doesn't want to get drowned, but drinking the water actually killed. So we do take risk all the time. I think what has happened is that we have become because we've taken things for granted, you understand? And we've just, think that this is the way things are always going to be. So we are comfortable that, I am working, I'm in this job, and this job is always going to be there. You get so, a false sense of security, if you like, because like you said, that nothing is guaranteed, and absolutely nothing is guaranteed. I remember years and years ago, when they had this tsunami. Was it in Thailand? Oh my goodness, it was unbelievable. That beautiful place where holidays go, nice buildings. Who would have thought that, that the water would sweep, things like that? But it happened, and nobody could plan for that.
No.
So we do take risk every day, but it's just that because it's something that we are doing all the time now, we've become complacent. We have that false sense of security that, oh, I know my car, I've serviced it, it will take me to this, or the bus always comes at 8 o'clock. The train always come at 8 o'clock. So but no, but it's stepping into the unknown, which is, that people are afraid of.
Yeah.
you know they desire a change, but doing the thing that will bring about the change is what many you know just don't want to
Absolutely.
take the step to do.
Yeah. And I believe that fear will always be there.
Of
It's just a
course.
matter of us to move away, right? Because fear in itself is just a part of something, doing something new. You're afraid of what will be the outcome. What if I can't? But that what if, you just need to be fearless, and you just need to be brave enough to step in to the impossible. Because for me in life, I don't want to live a life of regret, because at the end of the day, what we will always remember, I think, is not what we failed to do, but what we didn't try to do.
Yeah.
So those regrets, somebody once says, when you have you reached at a certain stage of your life, and you're saying to yourself, and you have the regret bill in your hand, and you looked at all the list of the things that you missed, that you could have done, that you were just so afraid. to do because you were afraid that you will fail. You were afraid that people will say something, that you were afraid that you have no control over that. Or would you mind? Would you look back and say, you know, I wish I had done this, or I'd failed, and then surmounted that failure, or have a regret bill in your hand and looking at it and said, if only I had done A, B, C, and D.
I think regret is very painful.
It is. It
It's
is.
very painful than feeling because at least you tried,
Yes.
than not have tried at all. And then you sit back now a year later and you go, "Oh, I wish I could have done this."
Mhm. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But this is what I say to people: God Himself has blessed us, right? He has blessed us with things that we need. He has blessed us with things that we have around us. But at the same time, He's waiting for us. Sometimes we're waiting on God, but He's waiting on us to start. He's presented everything to us and He's waiting for us to start. So if you're someone who's been praying, you're someone who's been complaining, you're someone who's been asking, faith without works is dead. We're here today, we're bringing you an opportunity where you can start something, you start afresh. Do something that could change your life and change the life of your loved ones. Take a risk for yourself
Mm.
because you are valuable. You're worthy, you're meant for more. But it is up to you to
I
believe
don't know
it.
now. We'll have to do it.
It is up to you whether you believe in yourself. If you do not take action, if not now, then when? So we have an opportunity today, and Umo will speak to that. What you need to do to believe in yourself enough and take up that step.
Absolutely. You know, your favorite quote, you said nothing changes until
If
something
nothing
changes.
changes.
That's your favorite quote. Nothing changes until something changes. Do you desire a change? Are you tired of where you are? Are you fed up? Would you like the next few months to be different? You know, are you frustrated within it? You understand? You want something more. You know you're even created for more. But then you have to take the chance. You have to take the risk. You cannot just stop and wish, just be wishing, wishing, wishing. It's not gonna bring anything, you know. So the thing is to take action. And unfortunately, most of our dreams and desires, they need resources. They need fuel to get them off the ground. They need resources to build them, be it human resources, be it intellectual. They need all those things. And even human intellectual, it all comes down to money. Because
Yes,
you will, if it's intellectual resources that you need to pay for them, you
exactly.
know. So it all comes down to money. So what can you give? You understand? What value do you have to give? Because these days it's value that people pay for. You understand? What can you give? What value can you give? What services can you give? Or what problem can you solve? Something you cannot, there's nothing. You don't have to go and start something brand new again. There are systems in place already that you can plug into, and bring solution to other people. And we have, you all know the internet is not going to go away. The internet is not going to go away. You understand? So why not plug into it? Why not plug into social media money and and extra income by plugging into a business that works? And so that, tonight is the night. If you are interested, or if you are listening so far, it means that you are interested. So register for our free webinar that's happening live tonight. How do you register? You just put your name and email in any of our websites, and a valid email. You register for the website, then we will send you a link to watch it live. And or maybe, or because of time differences, if you don't if you are not able to watch it live, once you're registered, you will send the replay. So you can get a chance to watch it. So that's all the more reason why you should really register, because if you miss the live, you can still watch it at your own convenience. So what are you waiting for? Take that risk, take that step.
Absolutely. I like that. I like my quote. I love that quote. So here's the truth, people. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Life in itself is a risk, but it's also a gift. You don't want to spend your time just standing still. You need to bet on yourself. You need to move scared. Move. They said sometimes we say do it afraid, right? It doesn't have to be big, but start small, but start. Because what at the end of the day, you want to think about it. Is it better to live a life of regret or to live a life of experiences that make you who you are?
Mm,
So try something today. As Sumo said, register your name and your email address or message us if you need more information. Or believe in yourself enough to know that you matter. Take a risk on yourself.
absolutely.
No one else will. So thank you so much for your time. If not for you, share it with somebody else that this is going to benefit. But share, 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 share. God bless you all and
Thank you.
you take care. Bye for now.
Bye.